you didn't know, this is our second hackathon here with Women Who Code Atlanta. So once again, we've assembled an amazing panel of judges for you. So Jen Benet. Who kind of needs no introduction, but is the general manager of ATDC. I think last year she was the acting manager, so.
Yeah, now I'm official.
Yeah, she's official. Liberty White, who many of you have probably seen hanging around at TechSquare Labs and doing amazing videos. If you haven't seen her in person, you've probably seen her on Instagram and Twitter. Seth Radman.
It's me, not her.
Who is the co-founder of Crescendo, which you're a graduate of Georgia Tech.
Yes.
So this is kind of your home turf, right? Awesome. And Toby Ho, who many of you know. JavaScript, Python, pick a language. And Noelle London is kind of new to Atlanta, and we're thrilled to have you. And so Noelle is working with Invest Atlanta and working with the Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program. So welcome. So really quickly, I know that we reviewed this yesterday, which seems so long ago. But we have 4 criteria. One is what problem are you solving? 2 is the viability of your idea as a business. It does not have to be profitable, but it does need to be sustainable. 3 is how creative is it? Is it new, or are you just doing adding something to the market that already exists? And 4 is technology. Do you have a working solution? Do you have some code to show? Things like that. So each of these categories is worth 25%. We'll go through, all of you got the list of the order. And so we'll bring you up. You have 5 minutes to present, and then we'll have about 2 minutes of questions from the judges only. And we have our wonderful Alicia Carr right here, who's going to be our timer. So Alicia will give you a 1-minute warning so that you can wrap up gracefully. So really quickly, so our first team is She's in STEM, and I'm going to ask you to go ahead and come up here and get connected. And I'm going to do a little tap dancing in between each team. So before we get started, really there's 2 people that we wanted to thank specially. So one is Jen Benet, who is a judge again for us. Also hosts us here at ATDC, and is just for such an amazingly busy person, keeps us in her forefront of her mind a lot. So thank you. And the second person is Jennifer Bland. So Jennifer, if you've been here this weekend, you know Jennifer, right? So Jennifer has wrangled our mentors, who've been amazing, but also just is always the first person to jump in and help anybody and do tech support and whatever anybody needs. So thank you, Jennifer.
Good afternoon. Well, we tell little girls that they can be anything that they want to be. However, if they don't know their options, that's not 100% true. Our project, She's in STEM, is to solve the problem of young women from underprivileged backgrounds who don't have access to role models, mentors, and career advice to motivate them and encourage them to get into STEM fields. Our solution here is to create a community for young women to connect with professional women through interactive videos, career paths, mentorships, and social activities. Our competition provides information on STEM careers, but no community or opportunities for young underprivileged women to get involved. Our goal is to fill those gaps and encourage all young women to take advantage of the resources we provide. While focusing on young women in underprivileged areas in middle and high school, we hope that all young women take advantage of our platform. We also would like for successful women in STEM who would want to give back and encourage young women through mentoring and creating internships to be involved. Our team has experience in writing grants, and we plan to focus on grants such as the National Institute of Health grant that's now requesting developing interactive digital media in STEM for resources to address the students in careers such as health and medicine topics. While our audience is free access, employers and institutions would pay for advertising and listing opportunities and career requirements on our platform. We will provide young women with the resources to take action and meet those opportunity requirements. Also, we will provide affiliate ads with marketing such as Khan Academy, Udemy, as resources for revenue as well. Let's take a look at our platform. Our platform is developed with HTML and CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and Materialize. It is fully responsive. We use Firebase as our database repository to assist with storing our user profiles, career info, and other dynamic content. We also use the GitHub repository to store all of our files for our website, which is actually stored now, but we use our registered domain name, She's in STEM. Future plans include moving our database to SQL with a prototype for our website's placeholders with the sign-in and overall content for our users as well. Our main area is our STEM careers, with each letter in the STEM open in the database for the careers. We'll show that functionality later. We also look at creating our social media accounts for our community using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Our videos will be held in our YouTube, and we created a blog on Medium as well. Now we're going to take a look at our STEM. And we created some videos with our audience here at Women Who Code as well. And let's take a look at the STEM buttons. Here we have the careers that we will show our user names, their career paths, their descriptions, and we'll also have interviews as well. Presentation. Next. Our future implications are include future internships, opportunities, companies representatives, social events for each of our users to meet and talk about their experience, partnerships with schools to develop programs and write grants. Here are our references. And you may connect with us on our social media, and She's in STEM is our tagline. Thank you.
I'll go ahead and start. So I love what you're doing. I'm a big believer in all things STEM, especially women and minorities in STEM. I just got back from Grace Hopper Conference. I spent part of a week last week, I guess, the week before, with 19,000 women in technology. What an amazing experience. It just seems to me that there's a lot of organizations trying to go after this space. So how do you differentiate yourself from Anita.org or some of these other organizations that are trying to do similar things?
I want to use our interviews. Oh, sorry. The interviews are supposed to be the main point of this, to give you a connection. So you can see somebody who may look like you, which is important to girls. We come from all different communities and races, and sometimes if you don't see someone that looks like you, you won't see how they succeeded and see how you could succeed just like them. It helps people know what path they took as well.
And what's your strategy for making that connection? And also to follow up to that, if you get a grant, where would you focus the money and resources into?
I'll answer the first part, and then I would like to start. I actually have a list of female scientists. Some of them I've actually met with, like Laura Seward-Forzik, who actually spoke at the We Rise conference. And I have a friend who works at NASA. I can reach out to her. And I know there's some other members that have told me of people that they know that work at MIT that would be interested in such a thing. And as far as grants, I will turn it over to you.
In a couple of ways. First, we will look at the perfecting of the platform and looking at buying video software such as Kaltura to maintain our videos, making sure that we have a sustainable platform to hold those videos without a lag. Then the second thing would be to actually go into the schools, having travel funds to get into the schools, and build programs for those students inside those schools, like giving computers, giving technology, teaching them how to interview, giving them interview skills as well.
Thank you all so much.
One last question. One last question.
That's a good one. Can you talk a little bit about some of the strategic partnerships that you'd like to form to make sure that you're actually getting to your end customers and the populations that need it the most?
Well, I will give this to her.
I will say that the strategy would be to get into institutions. And we talk about higher ed institutions, to partner with higher ed institutions to get students in middle and high school qualified to go into the different jobs in the STEM field. Making sure that we're educating them, making sure that their syllabi are built to teach those students to transition into those STEM fields.
Thank you. So Bendex is up next.